Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news, all right. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you might just reshape how we see our Chicago Bears defense going forward. Rumors are swirling around a potential blockbuster trade that could see Patrick Surtain, one of the league's top-tier cornerbacks, heading to the Windy City. Yes, you heard that right. Surtain, currently a cornerstone for the Denver Broncos, might soon be a Chicago Bear. This isn't just some idle speculation. It's gaining serious traction, and it could very well be a game-changer for the Bears' defense, especially as they push to become true contenders in the NFC North and the entire NFC landscape. Let's start by setting the scene. The Denver Broncos, after a season of transition, are in a bit of a tough spot. Their quarterback situation remains uncertain, especially with rumors pointing to them needing to clear cap space to bring in a new signal caller. As of now, they sit at a 7-7 record, still in playoff contention but facing some serious questions on both sides of the ball. Their cap situation isn't great either, with around $2.7 million in cap space, and they're allowing over 220 yards per game through the air. That's not ideal for a team looking to make a push in a stacked AFC West, especially when they're trying to rebuild a defense that's been a bit inconsistent. Now, Surtain's contract hits the cap for around $22 million in 2025, which is a hefty price tag. But that's exactly why the Broncos might be open to parting ways, especially if they can get a good haul of draft picks or a promising young cornerback prospect in return. The idea is that Denver is prioritizing a rebuild on offense, looking to free up cap space to extend players like Sutton and build around their young quarterback, whoever that might be. The trade rumors suggest that the Broncos could be looking to move Surtain, potentially for multiple draft picks or a promising defensive back prospect, focusing on rebuilding their offense and trying to stay competitive in the long run. For the Chicago Bears, this is a golden opportunity. Our secondary has been solid, but it's clear we need that extra piece to elevate us into real Super Bowl contention. Surtain, coming out of Alabama, has established himself as one of the league's elite lockdown corners. His ability to neutralize top receivers and make plays on the ball is exactly what we need to shore up our secondary. Right now, our unit, led by Jaylon Johnson, has been respectable but not quite at the elite level needed to consistently shut down the best offenses in the league. Adding Surtain could be the final piece to make our pass defense one of the league's most feared. Let's talk about his performance so far in 2025. Surtain has been outstanding. He's recorded 15 pass deflections and 2 interceptions in just 11 games, with a PFF grade of 90.2, which ranks among the best for cornerbacks in the league. His allowed completion percentage is just around 45%, and his EPA per target sits at an impressive 25, indicating he's rarely beaten and consistently makes impactful plays. His separation rate of 14 yards and 26 tackles show he's not just a good cover guy, but also active and willing to tackle when needed. Despite a shoulder injury in Week 7 that kept him out for 3 games, Surtain's impact when healthy is undeniable. He's the kind of player who can take away the opponent's top receiver, forcing quarterbacks to look elsewhere, which is exactly what a defense needs to be elite. In comparison, his career numbers are equally impressive. Over 76 games, he has amassed 198 tackles, 12 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. His stats include a sack, which shows his versatility, and his career PFF grade is consistently high. His injury history has been relatively minor, with that shoulder injury in Week 7 being the main issue. But even then, he returned strong and continued to perform at a high level. As a rookie, he made an immediate impact, including in Week 1 when he defended 2 passes against the Kansas City Chiefs, forcing incompletions and setting the tone for his career. Now, considering what Surtain could bring to the Bears, imagine a secondary with him and Jaylon Johnson locking down the outside. Our pass defense, which currently allows around 210 yards per game and has a PFF grade of 72.4, could leap to elite status. Surtain's presence would allow us to neutralize top receivers like Jefferson, who's a nightmare for defenses, and shut down their biggest threats. Pairing him with Tremaine Edmonds, our linebacker, and a solid safety unit, the Bears could become one of the most formidable defenses in the league. And don't forget, a strong defense sets up everything else, giving our offense more opportunities, reducing turnovers, and controlling the clock. It's worth noting that the Broncos, sitting at 7-7, seem to be in a bit of a tailspin. Their defense, which allows about 220 yards per game through the air, needs a rebuild. Trading away Certain could free up a significant chunk of cap space, around $18 million if they move him, and allow them to focus on extending players like Sutton or acquiring draft capital. But that also means they're potentially moving away from their best defensive piece, which could have ripple effects in the AFC West, especially if other teams see them weaken their secondary. On the flip side, for the Bears, acquiring Certain isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about making a bold statement. It's about showing the league, and more importantly our fans, that we're serious about competing at the highest level. This move could elevate us from a good team to a true contender, especially if it allows us to tighten up against the pass and make life miserable for quarterbacks in the NFC. We're already sitting at 9-4, with a solid shot at making noise in the playoffs, and adding a player like Certain could be the difference maker in the postseason. Let's not forget the historical significance of such a move. Think about the parallels with other big trades, like the Rams' acquisition of Jalen Ramsey in 2019, which transformed their defense and helped propel them to a Super Bowl victory. Certain has that kind of potential. His elite coverage skills, combined with the right coaching and scheme fit, could turn the Bears' secondary into one of the league's most feared units. And if we're talking about Super Bowl LXI odds, which currently hover around +1,500 and could improve to +900 with a few key additions, it's clear that the front office might be willing to take a shot to push us over that edge. Of course, the trade isn't just about talent. It's about strategy, cap management, and long-term vision. The Bears have been building this roster with a mix of young talent and seasoned vets, and acquiring Certain would be a statement that we're not just content with competing but aiming to dominate. The NFC is wide open, with teams like the Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys all vying for supremacy. But with the right moves, the Bears can position themselves as serious contenders. Certain's addition could be the final puzzle piece to lock down the NFC playoff picture and set us up for a deep run. To wrap it all up, this potential trade isn't just speculation. It's a bold move that could redefine our secondary and, by extension, our entire defense. Certain's elite skills, proven consistency, and ability to shut down the league's best receivers make him the perfect fit for the Bears' goals. The front office has a real opportunity here to make a statement and push us into the upper echelon of NFL defenses. It's an exciting time, and I know our fans are just as eager to see what the future holds. Keep your eyes peeled, because if this trade goes through, it could be a game changer not just for the Bears, but for the entire NFC North. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, this move could have ripple effects that extend beyond just the Bears and Broncos. The AFC West, already a fiercely competitive division, might see the Broncos take a step back if they choose to rebuild their secondary around younger players or draft picks. The Chargers, Chiefs, and Raiders are all looking to solidify their defenses, and a shift like this could create openings for other teams to climb the standings. For the Bears, it's a chance to solidify our status as NFC North leaders and make a serious push toward the postseason. Our offense has been solid with Justin Fields leading the charge, and with a defense anchored by a player of Certain's caliber, there's no reason we can't be in the mix for a Super Bowl run sooner rather than later. In terms of the long-term outlook, acquiring Certain could set the tone for the next few seasons. It's about building a defense that can carry us through the playoffs, shut down the league's best offenses, and give us credibility as true contenders. Certain's youth, he's only 24, means we're not just making a short-term splash. We're investing in a cornerstone that can help us contend for years to come. His presence would also serve as a mentor for our younger players, elevating the entire secondary unit and creating a culture of elite-level lockdown defense. And of course, this move would send a message to the rest of the league. The Bears are serious. We're not just a team on the rise, we're a team that's ready to take the next step. With Certain, we address one of our most glaring needs and position ourselves to compete at the highest level. Whether it's in the NFC playoffs or a potential Super Bowl push, Adding a player of his caliber would be a monumental step forward. So, fans, keep your fingers crossed, stay tuned, and get ready for what could be one of the biggest moves in recent Chicago Bears history. This isn't just about a player or a trade. It's about setting our sights on greatness and making a statement that the Windy City is back on the NFL map as a dominant force. Whatever happens, I'll be here to keep you updated, breaking down every detail and giving you all the insights you need. The future is bright, and the potential for us to make history with this kind of move is real. Let's get excited, Bears Nation, because big things are on the horizon. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and the Chicago Bears. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates. So stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news.